Hello and welcome to another adventure on Wise Travel. Today we're exploring the world's most beautiful cities, and we're starting in Europe. So grab your passport, and let's go. Our first stop is the City of Love, Paris, France. From the Eiffel Tower to the Louvre Museum, we're going to fall in love with this city just like millions have before us. Housing over 35,000 works of art, including the famous Mona Lisa, the Louvre is the largest art museum in the world and a must-visit for art lovers. The Champs-Élysées is a famous avenue lined with shops, cafes, and theaters, and is a popular destination for both locals and tourists. The Notre Dame Cathedral, a stunning example of French Gothic architecture and one of the most famous cathedrals in the world. Check out the Eiffel Tower, built for the 1889 World's Fair. The Eiffel Tower continues to attract millions of visitors every year. Standing at 324 meters tall, it offers breathtaking views of the city from its observation deck and is a symbol of Parisian culture and history. Next, we're headed to the vibrant city of Barcelona, Spain. With its stunning architecture, delicious cuisine, and endless sunshine, we're about to have the time of our lives. Parc Güell, a whimsical park designed by the famous architect Antoni Gaudí. With its colorful mosaics, sculptures, and stunning views of the city, Parc Güell is a unique and unforgettable experience. And finally, don't forget to take in a bullfight at La Monumental, the city's main bull ring. We're heading to the floating city, Venice, Italy. With its canals, gondolas, and charming buildings, this is a city like no other. We're taking a gondola ride to see it all. The Grand Canal, the main waterway in Venice. This scenic journey will take you past historic palaces, bridges, and churches, giving you a glimpse into the city's rich history. No trip to Venice is complete without a visit to St. Mark's Square, the largest public square in the city. Admire the stunning architecture of St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace, or simply people watch while enjoying a cappuccino at one of the outdoor cafes. The Rialto Bridge is one of the oldest and most famous bridges in Venice. Take a walk across the bridge for incredible views of the Grand Canal and the bustling market. From Italy, we're headed to the stunning city of Prague, Czech Republic. With its historical castles, Gothic churches, and charming old town, we're about to see some amazing sights. Take a stroll across the iconic Charles Bridge, connecting the old town to the lesser town. Admire the stunning views of the Vltava River and the city's medieval architecture, and keep an eye out for street performers and artists along the way. Visit the Prague Castle, a massive complex of palaces, churches, and gardens that have served as the seat of Czech power for centuries. Don't miss the St. Vitus Cathedral, with its intricate stained glass windows and soaring spires. Explore the heart of Old Town at the Old Town Square, surrounded by historic buildings and landmarks. Marvel at the beauty of the Gothic Teen Church, the astronomical clock, and the impressive Municipal House, a stunning example of Art Nouveau architecture. Up next, we're in the land of tulips and windmills, Amsterdam, Netherlands. We're going to see the famous Anne Frank House, ride a bike through the city, and taste some of the world's best cheese. Visit the Anne Frank House, the former hiding place of Anne Frank and her family during World War II. Walk through the rooms where Anne wrote her famous diary, and learn about her life in hiding and the events of the war. Take a walk through Amsterdam's infamous red light district, where you can see the city's notorious sex trade and learn about its controversial history. Be respectful and keep in mind that the area is meant for adult entertainment. Visit Amsterdam's famous flower market, where you can browse rows of vibrant blooms and learn about the city's long history with flowers and horticulture. Don't miss the opportunity to take a stroll along the market and bring a piece of the city's beauty back with you. We're making our way to Scotland, Ireland. Our first stop is the historic city of Edinburgh. From its towering castle to its beautiful gardens, we're about to fall in love with this city. Visit Edinburgh Castle, a historic fortress that sits atop a hill overlooking the city. Admire the views, explore the castle's history, and see its famous Scottish crown jewels. Hike to the top of Arthur's Seat, the highest point in Edinburgh. Take in the panoramic views of the city and the surrounding countryside, and admire the beauty of Scotland's capital. Walk along the Royal Mile, the historic street that runs from Edinburgh Castle to the Palace of Holyrood House. browse shops and stops along the way, and take in the city's rich history. Next, we're headed to the charming city of Dublin, Ireland. With its rich history, lively pubs, and friendly locals, we're about to have a great time in the land of green. Visit the Guinness Storehouse, a museum dedicated to Ireland's most famous export, Guinness beer. Learn about the history and brewing process of the beer, and enjoy a pint in the Gravity Bar, with 360-degree views of Dublin City. Explore Temple Bar, Dublin's cultural quarter and one of the city's liveliest neighborhoods. Browse the area's galleries, shops, and street performers, and enjoy a pint of Ireland's famous Guinness at one of its many pubs. Visit St. Patrick's Cathedral, Ireland's largest church and one of its oldest. Admire the cathedral's Gothic architecture and learn about its rich history as a place of worship for over 800 years. From Ireland, we're headed to Germany and the vibrant city of Berlin. With its street art, historic landmarks, and innovative cuisine, we're about to see a city that's constantly evolving. Visit the Berlin Wall Memorial, which commemorates the division of Berlin and the loss of freedom for millions of East Germans. See remnants of the wall and learn about its impact on the city and its people. Visit the Brandenburg Gate, one of Berlin's most iconic landmarks. Admire the neoclassical structure and learn about its role in German history, from the 18th century to the fall of the Berlin Wall. Take a tour of the Reichstag building, Germany's parliament building that was destroyed by fire in 1933 and rebuilt after reunification. Climb to the top for stunning views of Berlin and learn about the building's history. Explore Prenzlauer Berg, a trendy and artistic neighborhood filled with cafes, shops, and street art. Take a stroll through its streets, admire its vibrant energy, and enjoy the local culture. Our journey ends in one of the world's most iconic cities, London. From Buckingham Palace to Big Ben, we're about to see some of the world's most famous sights. Take a tour of Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch. Admire the grand facade, and see the changing of the guard ceremony, a colorful and historic tradition. Visit the Tower of London, a historic castle that has served as a royal palace, a prison, and a place of execution over the centuries. Learn about the castle's rich history, and take in the views of the River Thames. Visit Big Ben, one of London's most famous landmarks. Admire the clock tower and learn about its history, from its construction in the 19th century to its recent renovations. Explore Westminster Abbey, one of England's most famous churches and a site of coronations, burials, and other important events in British history. Admire the Gothic architecture and see the tombs of famous figures from history. And that's a wrap on today's tour of Europe's most beautiful cities. I hope you enjoyed the journey as much as I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel adventures. See you next time.